Yo, what's good? Welcome to the Hive Hustle Podcast. This your boy Mafioso. We are the definitive source for street culture and anything related. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. This is another episode where we talk about dance, hip hop, crump, business, relationships, anything that's invested in me and helped me become the person I am today.
Welcome to the show, let us all begin. Introduce a new approach to evolve and win. Taking lead, never stop, can't fall again. Took heed and watched who I called a friend. On a swivel, ain't none of this simple. Rather be at the table, conversing what's beneficial. Put in hard work, unapologetic with your craft. Yeah, the scars hurt, but I won't regret what's in the past.
Man, he was on the first episode.
The first episode.
The very first episode.
Numero uno.
And I had to bring him back because he's in town to do the get down with his hybrids. And this is my brother for real, Lamont Wallace.
What's good, bro?
Bro.
What's good?
It's so freaking good to see you because like we talk every freaking day, but we never see each other anymore. It's like the pandemic all over again.
Yep.
Living on different sides of town and just on FaceTime all day.
That's it. That's exactly what it is.
If y'all don't know, man, this is my brother from another mother. We've been friends for almost 2 decades now. Literally in 2026, we have been friends for 2 decades.
Yeah.
And it's not every day you can have a friendship like that. And
Thanks.
I told him I'd bring him back on the show because he's my brother and we have great convos. So we're going to get right into it, man.
Get into
Last time we were on the episode, we talked about like business. We talked about life. We talked about parenting. We talked about a lot of different things. What's been up? What's going on with you?
Man.
Tell them, because I know, but tell them.
I would say a transformation. I'm in a huge transformation. I mean, the last time I was here, I was healthy as far as like my health, but I tore my Achilles. So I had I ruptured my Achilles tendon on my left foot. I had a jam, out there on the east. And, that was a huge transformation for me. So I'm shedding this old skin of mine and I'm, transforming into a newer me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So 40 years old, you know what I'm saying? So
Hey, I want y'all to understand something. We almost 40. He 40, I'm almost 40, but we still get off on you,
We
bro.
still get off.
We was dancing hard last night in the heat.
In the heat.
Outside.
I blacked out.
Literally. He's sitting on my freaking couch like
It's 3 o'clock. Yeah.
But we was labbing, man.
Yeah.
That's funny because that's the second question was like, how did you overcome that injury? Because obviously, being that you just turned 40, if I'm not mistaken, it happened right after that.
Yeah.
And it had to be mind wrecking.
Oh my goodness.
And like, let us know how you combated that. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it was heavy. Not having having smaller injuries.
Yeah.
We get here and there, and then I personally understood like what other athletes were saying. You know what I'm saying? Like you have the mentality that you're still 22, 23 in your prime. Your brain's always there.
Yeah.
But when your body wants to give out, you have no control of that. I mean, you could stretch, you could work out, you could do all these things, but when your body has ran through its course, it's that time.
Yeah.
So I was nursing a right ankle injury and, my Achilles, happened to tear mid battle. And, it wasn't no real pain. I was really frustrated. It's not like a broken ankle. For anybody that has it, it's not like a broken ankle. It's like your foot just doesn't work, but you can wiggle your toes and move, but you lose the mobility.
So you can't do that.
No, but you can move your foot. And then trying to move that, you feel the nerves and it feels just like, you just feel like it's disconnected. Like you really feel it.
Yeah.
So when people have described it and, and it was like 2 weeks after Aaron Rodgers, had tore his Achilles. And I was like,
that.
wow,
That was big in
the NFL. And, it was like, I was like, dang, and I heard some interviews and, things that he said. And then when it happened to me, it feels like somebody's kicking you in the back of the leg, like right in the calf.
Yeah.
Like you can hear the pop. It sounds like a tree bark. It's all graphic, but it sounds like a tree bark, like snapping, and you can hear it, but nobody else can hear it.
Ooh, that's insane.
So yeah, surgery went well, physical therapy went well. I was in a cast for like almost 2 months. Then I was in a boot for like a month and then transitioned, into my shoe again. And then, you know, when I got into my shoe, that's when physical therapy happened. And my doctor really wanted to stress on strength over mobility. And I didn't understand that, you know, but in his eyes, he wanted me to get stronger before getting all the full range of motion. Because in his eyes, he was like, you're going to get that because you're not really in the sports, you're in the dance.
Yeah.
So
you're going to get the mobility.
You're going to get the mobility back. That's your comfort zone. You already have muscle memory. He was like, we got to get you stronger. So, I mean, those workouts were intense. Like those hours were intense. Like I would go before work and, you know, my physical therapy, and then I was sweating. I'd go home and like change. Like it was like hardcore. But long story short, it was like the best thing that happened to me. And I say that because it makes you stop. Injuries make you stop.
You have to slow down.
You have to slow down. So that injury, you know, made me stop and like reevaluate my life, my spaces. What is community? What is friendship? What is healing? You know what I'm saying? Because it's a dark road for people that have injuries. You know, you got a twisted ankle, you can't dance. You know, you're frustrated. You know, you want to skate, you can't skate. You know what I'm saying?
I just went to the doctor the other day for the yearly exam, and I was telling him, like, you know, I take antidepressant medicine, and I was telling him, I was like, you know, there's days where I take the medicine, but I still don't feel right. You
don't feel
right.
And
he was like, well, you know, my doctor knows that I roller skate and dance. And he was like, well, do you dance and roller skate on those weeks? He's like, I was like, no, actually, those are weeks that I don't. He's like, that's why. He's like, you're not getting the normal dopamine that you usually get from those things that you do.
Yeah.
And because of that, your medicine is combating your depression, but then you don't have the necessary, like, things and energies that you have normally. And it's just like working out. It's just like if you don't go to the gym, your body's going to feel it. If you don't eat right, your body's going to feel it.
Your body's going to feel it.
Man, that's crazy. Yeah. Well, I have noticed, and I think a lot of people that watch us online have noticed, you've been taking Crump a lot more serious.
Yes.
I've been Junior Real for almost 20 years now.
20 years,
so
nobody's been Junior Real.
I know that you are a crumper, but what made you, and I just noticed it was like right after the injury, like what made you want to take it more serious? Was it because you got under Crush, or was it like because we started Gods and we started making that more serious?
It was all that collectively. I would say it was all that collectively. And to be able, like, to really sit like for the first 3 months and watch people online and like not dance, like literally not dance, but you got ideas, you got creativity,
and you can't
put
them
do
out
anything.
there.
You can't really, I can't put them out there the way I want to. So you start to analyze other people's movement, how they walk, even just as simple as like how people walk and stand, how they run, how they jog. And then when you start seeing movement and, you know, Red Bull's going crazy, all these events are going crazy, and I'm tapped out. I'm totally injured. So, you know, looking at, you know, everything else, and then God starts, I become, you know, Laxus X, I'm Jay Hush, you know what I'm saying? I'm all these things now, and then I'm feeling power. I'm getting my body right. So as opposed to just getting my Achilles strong, I'm getting my whole health right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm shedding my, you know, my dad's stomach, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm really.
Gio just said on the freaking before we started filming, bro, you look good.
I ain't
like,
been
what's
under
going
180
on?
in a minute.
Hey,
so
hold on, pause. I didn't say it like that.
We know you wasn't saying it like that. Jeez, Gio.
Gio said I look good.
He was like, look, man, you look skinny, bro.
Yeah,
like you lost some weight.
I lost some weight. So,
that's good.
Yeah, so it's a beautiful thing, man.
Well, hey, we gonna take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Do everything you need to do, because I'm tired of y'all not doing it. Seriously. We'll be right back. Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? At Swarm Branding, we're your digital marketing agency in Las Vegas. At Swarm Branding, we're not just another agency, though. We're a team of creatives that's dedicated to turning your vision into reality. Whether that's web design, graphic design, search engine optimization, or social media services, we've got you covered. Our certified experts bring over 2 decades of experience to the table, ensuring top-notch quality with every project. And the best part, we offer fair pricing without compromising on excellence. So why wait? Boost your business with Swarm Branding today. Visit our website or give us a call to get your free consultation. Yo, welcome back. It's your boy Mafioso, the Hive Hustle Podcast. I'm with my boy For Real. We having a good conversation, like always. We was just talking about how he's getting his health right. He's getting his body right. He, you know, came off of an injury and is killing it because last night this man had no knee pads on and went to a knee move, and I was so scared because he's at my house and I don't want to have to take him to the hospital. But he literally did it, and I was like, "Oh crap!" So if he puts that footage out, he will.
We'll put it out.
Okay, I don't know if you watched the recent episodes, bro, but we have a section of the podcast called Flash Questions. So I ask you this or that, and then you explain why. Okay. Vegas or DMV dance scene?
Vegas.
Why?
I like the fusions. I see a lot more fusions. I like the individual styles that the East has. Like their sessions are dope. The poppers, the crump, those sessions are live. But when there's an open style session out here, it seems
like Monday.
Yeah. Like it seems intense. It seems very intense,
like having all those people in the same building.
All those people seeing the people gravitate to music that isn't their style is what I love.
Yeah.
And I know
we had so much crumpers in there, and you were playing like hip hop music and everything.
I was playing R&B, and
you were playing R&B, and we were getting off
flexing tunes.
Dope.
Like everybody, you got off to the flexing.
I didn't even know that was a flexing track until you played it, and I was like, "Oh, this is live."
Yeah.
And then next thing I know, I'm dancing, and I'm like,
killing it.
I was like, "Oh, this is a flexing track. Like this isn't even like an open style." It's like, I was like, okay. Now this one's, I thought of this because I know that you love West Coast music and you come from popping background.
Yes.
But E40 or Mac Dre?
Ooh, E40.
Really? Why?
E40. Yeah, it's the. I mean, he had the lingo, man. The E40 had the lingo. He had the lingo that was very catchy. A lot of words that people were using, especially on the West Coast. So like a lot of people didn't know he started a lot of lingo. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things.
He probably the founder of Ebonics. We don't even know
it. just Ebonics, just slang, just like what, and then the transformation of a lot of those words too. He was a part of that. You know what I'm saying? As other people came in, he knew what the lingo was as the youngsters was speaking. Yeah. So he was always like the godfather.
That makes sense. Now I know this one's gonna be hard for you.
Okay.
Because you love both.
Damn.
DJing or dancing.
Woo.
And mind you, I asked Mahay, I asked Tomasi, I'm asking you because I need to know. I know you started off as a dancer.
Yep.
And I know you love DJing with all your heart, but which one is it if you had to let one go?
I'd let dancing go.
Really? Whoa. You learn something new every day.
I'd let dancing
go.
Why? I love dance. But I black out every time I touch the tables. Like I'm not thinking about any stress, any worries, any fears. It's a real peaceful place for me.
You know what? I feel the same way about roller skating and dance. Same. I would probably let go of dance before I let go of roller skating.
Yeah.
Because roller skating is a place I can go to where I tell Monte all the time, I'm like, it's a gym.
It's a gym. Mm-hmm.
It's a place where I can go, shut everything out,
yes,
and be in my space.
Yes,
and I totally understand that because in reality, that's what dance used to do for us. But I feel like us going through the community, being leaders, being teachers, giving so much to it. You didn't do that with DJing. No. You taught people how to DJ, but you were more focusing on yourself.
I'm still focusing.
You've been a big homie in Crump for 20 years. So like in reality, you've given yourself to dance.
Right.
DJ has, like you told me the other day, you were like, Crump has given you less than you've given Crump in the past 5 years. DJing has given you more
than dance has
in the past 5-10 years.
A lot of people see me and they're like, oh, you DJ'd that event. Like I saw that on, that's dope. Like sometimes, your footage don't get out.
Yeah.
But when people are like in the YouTube comments of like asking for the track and then I see my name pop up from people I don't know, like that's I appreciate that. That means people are seeing me as I'm creating these atmospheres. Hey, shout out to all my DJs, my Supreme Selector homies and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? All y'all dancers start tagging the DJs that make your clips go viral. Y'all be slacking. Like giving the DJ, giving the DJ no props.
Yeah, that's true, man. Because in reality, at these events, if the DJ didn't play the track, you wouldn't have a viral clip.
You wouldn't have a viral clip.
So, yeah, it makes sense. Well, on that note, we're going to go to a commercial break real quick. All right? We're going to be right back. Watch this. Don't fast forward. We'll be right back, man. Are you ready for the ultimate Swarm experience? Get ready to immerse yourself in everything we have to offer. From top-notch branding services with Swarm Branding to the freshest streetwear at Swarm Brand, we've got you covered. Dive deep into the vibrant world of street culture with Swarm Culture, where every event and initiative celebrates the pulse of the streets. Also, don't forget to tune into the Hive Hustle Podcast, where the stories behind the streets come to life. Are you ready to swarm everything? Visit our website today at swarmeverything.com or call us at 702-758-5591 and we'll get you started on your journey. Yo, welcome back. The Hive Hustle Podcast. This your boy Mafioso trying to get comfortable because we about to get deep, man.
We got to get deep. I'm with it.
Y'all know how I am. The last portion of the episode is always talking about our mentality, how we're a soldier, and what we really try to accomplish on the battlefield of life outside of our creativity. And in the past 5 years since the pandemic, me and this man both have gone through tremendous things. And if I could say anybody's my inspiration, it's him. Man, like, I remember us not knowing what the hell was going to happen in 2020. Yeah. We didn't know what was going to happen. And I'm like, look, bro, I got a stimulus. I'm buying a computer. My wife got a stimulus. I'm buying a heat press. Yeah. Like, we was just investing. I think you bought yourself like tables. You bought a bunch of stuff.
Mixers, a lot of DJ gear.
Just to see where we at now, you know, he's literally been flown out here to DJ the Get Down, which shout out to Recent Jam and Hybrids because they're doing an insert coins version. Yeah. And a lot of people in Vegas that live here now don't know what insert coins is. But insert coins was a staple in the street dance community in Vegas.
Staple.
I remember going to insert coins and I was a young cat. I was like, what, 22, 23? 22, yeah, I was like young. Yeah. And it was insane to see as a young crumper not knowing what the heck was going to go on, but seeing Boogie D, Heartbreak, you, Neek, BZ Beats, all of Potts, all of fucking Scribble Funk, all of everybody just getting down.
Full Force used
and
to come
it was, Full Force, Battleborn, ATN in them, like, you know, Butta, Swift, Toshi,
everybody,
like all of these people, Mike Perez, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they were all at these events. And it's good to know that Hybrids is doing this because Vegas needs it. For all the melting pot people that moved out here, y'all need to know the history. And the fact that this man's DJing, it's monumental. So you've always been a great inspiration to other people, bro. Whether it be me, whether it be Barrio, whether it be Jarrell, whether it be your students like Nate that's now in the Army in Korea and Japan. But when you go through things yourself, like me and you both have had conversations where we're both bawling our eyes out and we're both laughing our asses off.
Facts.
What goes through your mind when you're trying to accomplish getting through that rough patch?
I don't know if this has been told before. I think this is what a lot of people strive for the older they get, and it's what's been helping me. Is having internal peace. What is internal peace for you? So you're not projecting. So you're not doing harm to yourself or others. So you can get everybody go through the rain. You know what I'm saying? Literally. Everybody goes through the rain. Yeah. You know, no matter how much money you got, how much friends, how much community you do or don't got, like everybody goes through something. So as I was transitioning through a lot of personal things in my life, it was like, where's my peace? Not so, like you could find your joy, you could find things that make you happy. But where are the things where you're not shaking when things are like wilding
going
around
crazy?
You know? Like, how do you hold yourself together in that storm? Like, what's that peace where you could just like literally center yourself and get through it? So that's something that I've focused on through my Achilles, through my relationship, you know what I'm saying, with my family, things of these natures, you know, just with my work, all these things, like trying to elevate. And it's just like finding that peace. I remember saying last time, you know, it's okay to take a break.
Yes, that's one of the major things we talked about.
And in the break now, I'm defining my peace. So if I can't find my peace while I'm in the midst of the storm, sometimes the storm is going on and I got to step back and find that peace. What is it?
Yeah, I tell people, I was telling somebody and I was like, there's a difference between when you, like, as parents, we get really overstimulated.
Easy.
Like I got a 2-year-old and he literally in 5 days or 3 days, he'll be 8 months old. And the overstimulation that I experience now is something like I've never experienced before. Like we will literally be in a house and it's chaos. And you have to literally be able to
control
and literally control the atmosphere. And I think that's the main thing that parenting has taught me is how to be peaceful in the storm. Because when I was younger and I had no kids and I realized how selfish I was.
Oh yeah.
And dude, you can't be selfish as a parent.
You can't.
Like they're literally depending on you for everything.
You can't. It's when you're a parent, it's so much like your happiness matters, your peace matters, definitely. But there's still no like real book to being a parent. No. Like you figure it out.
There's opinions. There's opinions. There's a way of people have to do it.
There's studies, you know.
Yeah, there's studies, there's case studies, all that.
There's nothing that actually says this works.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's discipline, whether it's consequences, whether it's, you know, how do you talk to them, you know, what they see, what they learn. There's no definitive way of saying what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah.
So you literally freestyling every day.
Me and Kalina talk about that all the time. Like so many people will try to give us advice on like having 3 kids. And you know me, bro. I'm only going to take advice from certain people when it comes to multiple children. Like you and Gio are probably the only people that literally I'll allow to pour into my life when it comes to like being a father.
Right.
Because y'all have 3 children.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's 3 kids.
3 kids is a lot. 3 kids is a lot.
Bro, I look at people that have 1 and I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
I look at my friends that are single with no kids now, and I'm like, yo, if you're not a millionaire by next year, we're gonna have problems. Like
facts,
because bro,
it's a fact feeling.
When we went to Cali this weekend that just passed, we got to Cali at 2:30 in the morning on Friday morning.
Okay,
right? We drove from Vegas at 10 o'clock, got there at 2:30.
Friday morning,
right? We didn't go to bed till 4. Because Arya was asleep the whole time in the car and she woke up and didn't want to go back to damn bed. So we're patting her, giving her milk. Me and Kalina just taking turns. Didn't go to bed till 4:30. Jace is up at 7:30. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be a great day at Knott's Berry Farm today.
It's going to be a great day. Everybody on different sleep schedules.
Literally, bro. It's insane.
It's
insane. And I'm like, you don't know how to deal with that until you deal with it.
No.
That's not something that anything can prepare you for.
No.
You know, so, but it's good to know that you have something that can give you that, you know, okay, I'm going to get through this. I see the light at the end of the tunnel.
I see the light.
And this next question, man, is I feel like we didn't get to touch on this on the last time you were on the podcast.
Talk to me.
And I want to highlight this because not only did I build the logo, but I feel like this is the area where you're stepping into now when it comes to your DJing. Like I know for a fact you're going to focus on this now. Yeah. So explain to me, I already know, but explain to everybody else what Remix Capital is and what you're trying to do with it.
Oh yeah. So shout out to the bro, man, making a logo. So Remix Capital is pretty much it's a party, you know. It's a party that can be in any location and from coast to coast. And what Remix Capital is, you know, what are these sounds? You know, what is this music being presented to you? What is this fashion being presented to you? You know, what is this dance? You know, what is this space? So it's really creating this vibe of like something really different. Because if you know what you kind of stepping into, you know what you step into.
You can experience it. You know what you're going to experience.
Yeah. You know, sometimes people go to clubs or they go to events and they don't really know what they're walking into. So what Remix Capital is, we're really focused on like a lot of different mashups. You know, of course, some original songs, but a lot of different mashups to give you something different, make you hear those lyrics or that beat totally different than you did before. So I've been creating my own mashups. I've been working with, shout out to the bro Joe Styles. We've been working on some stuff, dropping a mashup album. Okay. So just different mashups to kind of like let it be the forefront of Remix Capital. There's a whole bunch of DJs. Y'all didn't heard it. It used to be on TikTok before they banned it, but you would hear a lot of different mashups as well. Yeah. And it's like, for DJs, that's an easy way of getting through some of the like copyrights. Yeah. You know, with some of the mashups. And now that TikTok works a certain way, YouTube, all these social media platforms work a certain way, when you do these mashups and it's these lyrics but a totally different beat, you can sometimes squeeze through the algorithm. Yep. And so I kind of was doing that, you know, during the pandemic. That's when we worked on the logo. Yeah. And I started Remix Capital. And then it's like, now I'm just building on it, you know, the who, what, where, when, and why, you know, and making that and presenting it, you know. And back in DC, there's people catching wind of it.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of house events. There's a lot of like hip hop events. But like I've been fortunate to DJ some events and locations, and I play some of the music and they're like, what is that? They would ask me what genre that
I
is.
ask you. Shit.
And I don't even know. I just tell people it's like I don't like labeling, what a
what it is it's called Remix Capital.
It's called Remix Capital.
That's a Remix Capital.
That's a Remix Capital.
We just gonna call it that.
and I kind of leave it there. And it's like, a lot of people say open format, and that's what it is. In the
DJ world, it's open format, but at the same time, like, dude, I think you've like remixed like Usher with like a freaking house track, or Usher with like a hip hop beat. Like we were at the grand opening last year when we did it, and Monte came up to me before he even worked for me. He was like, "Bro, what is he playing?" Because Monte DJs too.
Yeah.
So it's like, but I want people to know what that is, because just like Neek has Paradise Fever, just like certain DJs have their thing, and that's your thing.
Yeah.
And I know, like tomorrow we gonna hear it.
Oh yeah.
And it's gonna be great.
Oh,
I'm looking forward to it.
You gonna hear it.
Now, to close the episode out, tell everybody who you are, where they can find you, what you got up and coming, and man, like how they can get in touch with you.
Oh, say less. So Lamont Wallace, you know what I'm saying? For real, DJ for real. That's who I am. As far as the crump scene, J Hush, Laxus X, you know what I'm saying? Real fam, ATM, ATLV, LV.
Jesus.
I've got like 30 acronyms. A-Team LV, A-Team Black Label, Supreme Selectors, that's the DJ crew. Shout out to Neek, Biz, Mahay, Panic. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? You can catch me on social media, official for real, official _ for real, or official _ DJ for real. You can catch me there. Next thing, right after the get down, I'll fly to Alaska.
Yeah, for Motion Cloud, right?
Yeah, for Motion Cloud 3. Shout out to the bro Christian. So right after the get down, it's an all-nighter for me. I'm on a plane at 6 a.m. teaching workshops out there and DJing their event. Then I got some stuff back in DC in July, like 2 events back in DC in July. So just constantly building, man. Follow that IG, turn them notifications on, and you'll see what's popping. Definitely.
Well, hey, this has been another episode of the Hive Hustle Podcast. We appreciate you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for giving me the views. I couldn't thank you enough. And we'll see y'all next one. Peace.